What's going on, everyone? Are we live? Are we live? What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to Idea Studio. This is our midweek live stream. I'm Dana.
I'm Jet.
So we're back after we didn't come on Saturday, right? We're not going to come on this Saturday. We'll talk about that in a bit. But we ended early Wednesday. I know a lot of people have asked why. So Jib got a pretty upsetting message during the live stream on Wednesday morning last week. That her granny passed away. Hey, Joe, thank you so much for the coffee. And Chris, I saw you pop one in before the show started as well. Thank you so much. A slice of durian? Is that what that said, Joe? A slice of durian. So, yeah, that was pretty rough news to get first thing in the morning, huh? During live stream. And so we spent the week. Jib went to her mom's house that day. And it's been kind of a cathartic, very emotional week for you since the last live stream, huh?
Yes.
Yeah. And you can see Jib's tearing up a little bit now. We actually, Jib's mom and aunt asked us to make a video about the funeral, and so we actually did that. I've been editing that, and we're taking a bit of a different approach to it than it's not a vlog or anything, but it's us showing what goes on during a Thai funeral and paying homage to Jib's granny. So here, Joe says, "Love Auntie Jib so much."
Thanks, Joe.
So I see we got Joe in the comments, of course. We got BMP Chris. What's going on,
Oh,
brother?
mango season end already.
Yeah, so
no
sad.
more mango sticky rice. Because our favorite restaurant that
Yeah.
sell just mango sticky rice during that season, now they go back to sell food. That means end of the mango.
What do they sell? Soup?
Pork stew, the pork leg stew, and khao kuk kapi. It's
Oh,
like
the pork leg stew is the one that smells so good.
yeah, and it's a Thai fast food. It's rice mixed with the shrimp paste and lots of vegetable with it.
So Joe says Jib needs a scooter or an embroidery frame or a bicycle or a car or cash or a lot of cash.
Yeah, I still do embroidery, so at least one of those I have.
Hey, Richard, what's up? Hey, John, what's going on? How you doing, brother? And Eric says, sorry for your loss, Jib. Yeah, it was, Jib's crying a bit. It's definitely, I don't want to say it's funny, but it was, you're like, I remember on the first day, Saturday, you're like, oh, I think mom's done crying. And then we go back Sunday and she cried.
Of course, it's Sunday. It's like the day that we, yes. And like from what we believe, it's like leave the ash in the river. Actually, normally we would drop it like the part that river connect to the sea. So it's like it will go to Samut Sakhon or some like you will see the big fishing bird or
coming in and out there.
Yes, and with that, like we have to drive like next province, which is we don't want to. So like I booked a service. We might talk about that service in like from other video. It's like it's very nice. They're very helpful. So it's just like okay, I need this day for this event. So they have like they prepare everything.
Yeah, the boat service was so professional.
Just like okay, maximum 14 person. They just say that and like they prepare everything. I just pay and we just go there and like they take good care of us.
Yeah, it was really professional service, the way they laid everything out, and ready when we were ready, picked the monk up, and I think the spot that we took the ashes out to was kind of beautiful too, like the junction
Oh yeah,
in the
it's like
river.
Wat Arun.
Yeah,
So Granny kind of like have a good view there.
yeah, it's beautiful location in the river, and it was nice because we were so early in the morning that there really wasn't a lot of river traffic.
Yes, because of no tour.
Yeah,
And like
no mall, no hotel.
now like Chao Phraya Express boat, if you take it before, they kind of no service on weekend
Yeah.
and like a special holiday. They just like they just work day and like short hour of working. So that's it. That's why it's so quiet, like so like peaceful. I think.
Yeah. It was really beautiful. I mean, I was just blown away by how great that service was, and like I said, I thought it was a beautiful spot that we picked, and that the service was lovely.
Yeah, we don't want to go far, and like from the temple to that, it's not far, and like it's it's easy to find pier because I know that area.
Yeah.
It's like actually not far from Royal School.
Yeah, it's right near Tamasan Tapajan as
Yes,
well.
yes. So actually, if you visit Bangkok, I recommend Tha Maharaj. Like, well, restaurant there is kind of franchise and it's pricey, but eat it once in a while, it's not bad. But you get a good view. Like go there like morning or like evening. I think it will nice. Like it's windy and not strong sun. You will like it.
I think everyone knows that we're not Starbucks advocates generally, but I will say that Starbucks
That
there has
Starbucks
the nicest
nice.
view.
Yeah, so maybe it's the same as River City,
Yeah.
but smaller and
Yeah, but River City, you're just looking at hotels. When you're there, you're looking across the river at like some
but
really interesting
this
stuff.
view is like you see old city like
Yeah.
temple. Yeah.
So it was a tough week, but again, it was also spending time with family, spending time with Jib's mom, Jib's aunt, Jib's brother, and like everyone being together was really important. A funny story. I'll tell this because it's split up morning and afternoon for the ceremony, and we went back to Jib's brother's house to have lunch, and I fell asleep on his floor. He has these foam mats laid out for his baby, who's just over 1 now.
Yeah, one and a little.
Yeah, and I passed out, completely sprawled out across all the mats, snoring. But it was a beautiful day. And also, it rained on the morning of the ceremony, and it rained on the day that we took Granny's ashes out. And that's a very sort of cleansing experience. Like to have the rain, and I think we're also very lucky on the day we took the boat out because it rained right as we dumped in Granny's ashes, just a little bit. Whereas if you guys know rainy season in Thailand, it could very easily rain incredibly hard while we're out on the river, which we did not want. So this weekend, the plan is this Saturday we won't have a live stream, but the plan is that we will take Jib's mom out on the river, and we're going to do a whole canal tour of the city and just all of us spend time together, and we'll make a video of like that, of the canals in the city and how Bangkok was actually designed around these waterways. But I think it'll just be a good day, kind of like a week after everything that went down to go there with mom and spend time out. So real quick, Eric says he just had to put down his best friend Rusty this week. He knows the feeling, crying all weekend, and it's horrible. Yeah, that's always tough, especially.
At least Granny didn't pass away because of COVID.
Yeah, well, I mean,
so we can have like a traditional, like pray and all the event. But if like here, if you die because of COVID, next day you burn.
Yeah.
No one like can see you, touch you. They just like put you in like 3 bags, like 3 layers, zip it up, and like send you to a crematorium. And you can just like stand at the stair, cannot even go upstairs. So like all the staff wear like PPE suit and just like put a coffin in a burner.
Hey Jay, thank you so much. We appreciate that. So that's the other good thing. The other thing, Granny was 96 years old.
Almost.
Almost 96.
So like there's
Wait. So you round up for me, but you round down for Granny?
It's not her birthday yet.
So was almost 96 years old. She has been in poor health. So while this wasn't unexpected, it obviously is painful. But it's also kind of a big relief because Granny she suffered quite a bit the last couple of years.
She's like bedridden.
Yeah.
Like even mom take good care of her because she is a nurse. So she know like, okay, what bait sore and how to prevent it. Yeah. But still like some small bait sore and like I think this last year, like Granny not really like know what she like talk. Yeah. Sometimes she talk about like she saw someone who not in the room and we don't know who is that. And like she said like, oh, I see children say, what is that? And like, oh, she keep call police that like someone gonna hurt her. which is she's like in the bed with all the comfy pillow and like why she say that. So we think she kind of like confused and don't know how to fix that. Even we take her to see doctor, like he just give like some medicine that I don't know the name, but mom knows that it's like calm her down, make her like have like a good sleep, but it's not help about like memory. And she cannot like chew the food, so just have like tube feeding, which is mom like take good care of that because she's a nurse. So lucky Granny.
Yeah.
I'm thinking maybe I have to go back to school to be a nurse.
Wait, why?
To take care of my mom in next like 20 years.
I think your mom will be okay.
Who knows, maybe next 30 years? I need that skill.
But I think your mom, healthcare has come a long way. Your mom's taking good care of herself relatively to Granny. But other than that, I mean, it is sad, but it's also relief for everyone, like that Granny's not suffering. I think that's the biggest thing.
Yeah, so I feel like if I'm in that situation, I'm not gonna feel like I'm so happy that I lived this long. It's just so pain, like cannot get out of bed, cannot go to pee, cannot even sit up, like cannot eat by mouth. Like that's pain for me.
Yeah.
Like
I agree. It's not a good quality of life.
Yeah, for me, if I cannot walk, it's fine. If my hands still working and my eyesight still good, I'm okay with that because I will sit all day and do craft stuff. I don't care about walking. But like the day that I cannot use my hands or my eyes, that may be like
I think just
not good.
The worst thing is that I feel bad that uncle couldn't make it up from the south.
Oh yeah, I cannot because they no
travel,
train.
Yeah.
I think like no train at all. Like they try to like cut off like do not come out your city, that type. So we just like call every day to mom, that type.
I think they talked a lot anyway. I mean, it's not like they didn't talk all the time.
Yeah.
That uncle, like Jib's mom's family is very, very close, very tight in general. And, I think that, this was a tough time for them. And like you guys, I don't know if everyone knows, but a lot of Thai families grow up in multi-generational homes. So, the grandmother, the kids, the grandkids will all be in one house. And so that Jib grew up very close to Granny, and that whole part of the family was very, very close. What's that? Was that me? No, is that from John? This one Data looked like similar. But we were talking before about it's a lucky thing that she didn't pass from COVID. And just a quick update on COVID. We've had a good few run of days here, right, babe? So a bunch of days relatively good. Below 20,000 infections. The last 2 days were below 18,000, and today it was just over 18. See if I can get my phone to unlock. That would help.
So like the doctor said, they believe this past the peak point. So it will be like a slightly smaller number every day until like they said September should be okay. Like things can be relaxed, but now still not.
Yeah, I mean, let's wait and see. We're at 18,400 new cases today, and we have 5 days until the end of the quarantine or the end of the reevaluation of the lockdown. So I doubt they're going to change anything in 5 days.
Maybe open other type of business a little bit.
Yeah, it'd be nice to see. I don't think they should do dine-in restaurants. I know a lot of restaurant people hate when I say this, but a little bit too soon
Because
for
you have
indoor
to take
dining.
off your mask and you eat.
But open the malls maybe. A few of those other things. You know, open malls, open parks would be great.
No, when Thai jog in the park, they take off the mask. We saw that,
Yeah, we did see that.
which is not nice. So I think they try to limit the place that people would take off the mask and do something there.
So sorry, Jay. I hope you know you have support and love here. Thank you so much, Richard. Thank you, everyone in the community. We appreciate all you guys so much. And yeah, we just wanted to talk about it and talk about like kind of why we sort of abruptly ended. What happened was I asked Jib. Jib was over at the table. I was like, I didn't see that she had sent me a message like, "Hey, babe, what's going on?" I heard her say, "Oh, my granny passed." I was like, "Okay, guys, I gotta wrap it up. Thanks." And I actually had to convince Jib to go back to her mom's house a little bit that first day. Jib, I mean, you just kind of wanted to, like, you didn't want to like bother your mom and like go, but I was like, just go. And I think you felt a lot better when you came home that night. And I think your mom probably felt a lot better that day after seeing you as well. So yeah, there's been a lot going on this week. I mean, a lot, not a lot, but a lot, right? I mean,
Yeah.
it's definitely been interesting, and it's emotionally draining on certain days. But again, I can only imagine what like mom went through, right? Like,
Yes.
like every little step for her is
So
going to be
it's
troubling.
kind of like a stunt too. Like,
Yeah.
don't know what to do. Just like make a call for her
Yep.
for like a call to the temple and get staff to to get Granny from home to temple that day.
I will tell you what though, the temple staff really helpful.
Yeah, they know
Yeah.
what they do,
Yeah.
and like you don't have to think.
Yeah.
You just call like this happened and please come and like do for us. They just like, okay, just tell me how to come to your house, like a direction, and they just show up, like team up, and like everything just quick and like professional.
Yeah.
They just like prepare everything, like we just still like don't know what to do. Who else we have to call, like that type. But like as there's a COVID time, we not really invite guests
Yeah.
to the
Just family.
to the funeral because
And a couple
normally
close friends.
normally like it will be like 7 days, can be 7 days, and like we will like invite we not invite but would like tell everyone like mom's friend, dad's friend, uncle's friend, aunt's friend, they will come because for Thai family we kind of when we go to a friend's house when we were young, like when we were in school or university, we will see parents also, and we will know not really like talk a lot with them, but we know that that's the parents, and like when they pass away we would like to go to say goodbye to them and like say sorry to our friends, that type. So normally like friends of the children will go. So like I didn't tell my friend like, okay, just it's not a good time
Yeah.
that people will come like join together.
And
that
people
time.
will feel bad
So
if
like
they didn't come.
yeah, but just like
Yeah.
so I didn't even post on my Facebook because I don't want like my friend like oh I would like to come to like because you know like a like primary school friend we live kind of like still in the same area so actually it's quick for them to come but I don't want to bother them to come because of the COVID
Also,
so it's
only
like I
20
don't post
chairs.
yeah and then the temple say just 20 persons each day so like well then I don't even post I just like ask my brother to okay post a photo and tag me that's all
Yeah.
so like my friend just comment like I'm so sorry that's all that's
Yeah.
good enough
Yeah, Chris says, it's crappy time for family no matter how you paint it. Yeah, it really is, but, the thing is that these service like this, like the temple's level of service really help
yeah
get everyone through it. That makes a big difference for everyone. And Jim's going to get tissue. Sorry, guys. It's still... We were talking about this. We thought it would be a little bit less emotional, but... Yeah, and thank you, Chris. We appreciate all you guys so much, the whole community. Yeah, it makes it easier to have a professional crew handle it. Takes a lot of the burden off, a lot of the hassle. And actually, another one that was really good was on Sunday, the day we went out to the river. We got very lucky. We booked a cab.
oh yes that's guy just like save us
Yeah.
for the day
Yeah, so the old British taxi style, the CABB or CAB.
CABB cab
CABB. If you guys are in Bangkok, the
Get
best.
app.
Yeah, get the app. It's the best service.
and you can use your credit card
Yeah.
and when you like arrive destination just tell them like a credit card get it from credit card in the app you don't have to pay cash or
Yeah.
scan anything it's just like okay charged by the credit card
And the thing that this guy like basically waited for us everywhere, took us from spot to spot, and even like after when we went on the boat, we're like, hey, we're gonna be a while, so you get a call. And Jib messaged him when we were getting off when the boat was heading back. He's like, oh yeah, I'm still in the area. I'll be right there.
yeah so like he asks like because he know the destination is a temple so he asks like why we go there
Yeah.
so I said oh we go to get an edge and we'll like go to the pier that not far from the temple so he offer like he gonna wait
Yeah.
and no extra charge just like message him when we gonna leave it's like oh so nice so we tip
Yeah,
him
quite large.
Yeah.
But I mean, worth it. It's
Yes.
still cheaper than booking a private car for the day,
yes
and more comfortable.
yeah
The cabs are so big in the back, you can fit 4 people, like 2 facing each other. I heard something pop up, but I didn't see. Did something?
something
Oh, here we go. Mojo with the super chat, man. Thank you. Need cake now, ASAP. Love you.
thank you
I'll
Joe
definitely do some cake soon. And Patty, thanks for coming by, Patty. Appreciate you, man. Patty, you better be out there doing your morning cardio, my friend. We're all pulling for you on this channel. Hey, Patrick, thank you for coming by, and thank you very much. Hope you're doing well out in Texas. Yeah, it's okay to let it out. John says, absolutely true. I'll tell kind of a funny story from the first day of the cremation day. And the second part, so you leave in the morning, you come back in the afternoon. And so the morning it rained and it was a little overcast.
yeah rain a
And we
lot.
came back in the afternoon, that was not the case. So in the morning it wasn't hot at all, it was just super humid. And then we came back and it was just like no clouds in the sky, just sun. But when there's the whole ceremony where you come up, everyone put something on the altar, I guess, or next to the coffin, and then they pop the coffin off of the base and they put it in the crematorium.
yeah
And so 6 guys pick up the coffin and they go to slide it into the crematorium, and they don't put it all the way in for whatever reason, and it stops and like turns sideways and gets stuck like maybe like 30 centimeters sticking out of the crematorium. everyone, now I was filming it. It's not going to be in the video that we made, but everyone stops and whys, and 5 of the 6 guys just turn and walk away. So this one guy is left there trying to straighten out the coffin in the crematorium. For like maybe like a minute and a half. And he finally gets it straightened out and pushed in, and they take the top off. I just thought that was like a funny moment that everyone left this guy. Like they all push it in, and everyone just turns and walks away, and walks out. And I laughed. That was kind of funny. But it was just funny the way they all just turned and walked. Like, okay, done. Joe says, give your grandfather a kiss.
Grandpa passed away long ago before I was born. Like, he has lung cancer, I think, or some type of cancer. He smoked a lot. From what I know. I think that time mom's still in nursing school.
Oh, a long time ago.
Yeah, long ago.
Yeah, so the other thing, one of the nice things was with the dock we took off from, the pier we took off from on Sunday was right across from your mom's school.
Yes.
And so that was kind of nice. She was like, oh, that's my school.
Yeah. And when she was a student, I believe that's just like short building there.
Yeah, for sure. It wasn't that tall. Also, like,
but
it
like
wasn't...
original building still there, like the one that next to the river. It's like, I think it's kind of a association or alumni building.
Also, it wasn't
short one.
Wasn't 4-year nursing program back then, right? Didn't your mom do like just 2 years nursing?
No, I think it's many years also. But that time it's like it might be diploma, not bachelor. So like she's the last batch who has that. Then when she graduated from nursing school, she went to Chulalongkorn University for another 2 years, like kind of it might be like evening or weekend course for like 2 years to get bachelor.
Damn.
That time bachelor is still like special.
Yeah.
Don't even talk about master, just bachelor. Like if you graduate bachelor, you will be okay in wherever you want to work.
Now it feels like everyone in Thailand has a PhD, or 2 of them. But yes, there is. It was some nice parts to it all, and that school, there's Mahidol nursing school right across the river on the pier, which was nice, and it's funny to pick out like the little funny moments from the day, like the guy with who everyone left him to get the coffin back in, and then passing out at your brother's house. Oh, and her brother. So Jib's brother, and our sister-in-law, they both work for Chula as staff members, and so because of that, they both have uniforms that they have to wear. And their uniforms look very much like military uniforms. They're the civil servant uniforms. And Jobs is literally long pants with a jacket that has a collar that comes like a wraparound collar that comes like all the way up his neck. And it's made of thick, heavy polyester. And we're getting ready to leave. And of course, because it's a Thai uniform, it's tailored like perfectly for his body. Not quite at like police uniform level. Like if you've ever seen Bangkok police, their uniforms look like they might be sprayed on in the morning when they start their shift. That's how tight police uniforms are.
I don't know why they like it that bit.
Right? Doesn't it look like they show up in the morning and someone paints the uniform on them?
No, maybe it's latex.
But so this is like a really thick, not breathable polyester. And it was so sunny for that part of the day. So I can only imagine how much he was sweating. I remember my old army uniform. You could just feel the sweat running down your body. I kind of figure that's what he was going through. But yeah, there's... At least his wife, has the skirt for her uniform, so she gets some airflow.
So
He's got
Thai
none
uniform
of it.
gonna be skirt.
Yeah, always. But at least she's got airflow. He's got no airflow.
Yeah.
And at least it wasn't super tight. Hey, Osito, man, thank you so much. More street food from vendors, maybe more videos. So I think this week we are going to shoot for maybe 2 night markets. Maybe Thursday and Friday for videos. Saturday, obviously, or maybe Thursday morning, Friday night for videos.
Thursday morning.
Thursday morning we'll go up to 93 again.
Okay.
And then Friday night we'll go to the Watt.
Are you sure they open?
As far as I know, they're open.
Okay.
So if they're open, well, I believe they are. And thanks for coming by, Osito. So yeah, I think we'll do, the plan will be to do the Watt market, which won't be as hopping as it was back in the day. Because it used to be, there was this blind guy that played the saw.
Sungไหม?
Sung?
No, because saw has to have like a the other piece like violin.
The snow pick, yeah. It's like, this one it plays with his fingers.
ซึ้งไหม?
It looks like a Thai banjo. But with like a naga coming off the back.
Yeah.
So this blind guy would play this, and he would rap like in Isan dialect over the classical Thai music that he played. It's like a wooden banjo Thai instrument. 4 strings? Or 3?
No.
It sounds cool. An instrument Jib won't let me play for sure if I wanted to learn it. But yeah, it's and like he would be there doing that, and then there'd be people selling clothes. I think they'll all be gone, but this Friday market is a nice one to get like veggies and fruits from. I tell you what, I bought mushrooms there once, and the next day, like for whatever reason, all the liquid came out of the mushrooms, and it was just like filled up everywhere.
Maybe you have to wrap it in paper towel.
Yeah. Remember the button mushrooms. Yeah. So Jay says, curious, what microphone do you use for your market videos? Is it Bluetooth? Always sounds clean. So when we went to the market, all we were using was the microphone on the phone, Jay, when we did the live stream from the night market. So it was just whatever came on the phone. Because to mount the Bluetooth microphones, the wireless lavs on the phone in the gimbal is a bit of a challenge. And so yeah, that's why. But the downside with that is you can only hear me talking. You can't hear Jib when she's in front of the camera. So I was actually thinking for the next one we might actually take the Bluetooth mics out, and that way you can hear Jib talk while she's like looking at all the food. Versus like just me behind the camera narrating improperly what Jib is looking at. Like, oh, look at that pork, and Jib's like, no, that's beef. Or like, no, that's chicken. Or getting the Thai names of things wrong. So at least if we have Jib mic'd up, then you'll be able to hear exactly what it really is. Watch out, potato donuts. Here comes Dana, right? Go to that morning market. Those potato donuts are in for it. Clear out that whole cart. Like 100 baht, get all the donuts. No, he's probably got 1,000 baht worth of donuts built up there by the time we're there in the morning. Like on the side there, on the rack.
It might be more than 100 baht, but not 1,000.
I'll tell you, the green lotus.
ขนมฝักบัว
Khanom Phak Bua is I love those, but they're way too oily. I've decided, but so good.
But she still has a clean oil when I got it the other day.
That's good. Unlike the granny who sold them at Pachani Wet with that midnight black oil. This is one thing I always look for is. So you got anyone who's worked around food or paid attention to stuff knows that having oxidized oil is bad, right? So like you're supposed to change your oil frequently, and when oil starts to turn black, that's really bad. So it's one of the things that we keep an eye out for. If I see someone making donuts and their oil's clean,
sometimes okay.
Yeah, once in a while it's not going to kill you, but I mean it does taste better with clean oil as well.
Sometimes I have sore throat when I was young, like still eat lots of like batongo, which is a fry also, and it's like in some shop, just like make me have sore throat.
Yeah. I'm finding out if I'm not worried about the background noise, I use the phone mic. The receiver really throws off the gimbal balance. Yeah, so I can mount. I have a mount for the mic on my gimbal, but it's just you still got the cable pulling on it, and it's you have to balance. You guys saw the first video that the way it spins is kind of crazy if it's not completely balanced.
Free roller coaster.
Yeah. Oh, see, this is our phone video. I was wondering, not in HD, but you can still make out everything well. Yeah, I don't know what was up with the quality, because I definitely set it to 720, which is the maximum for streaming, and the phone shoots 4K. But, I mean, that's the only way I can really do the live streams. Otherwise, I have to tether the GoPro and then use the hotspot, and then I won't have the same benefit of audio. I think the phone gives a cleaner audio for the live stream as opposed to the GoPro with the media mod. But yeah, maybe we'll try that next time. I'll do a couple tests this week. And then at least I'll have the front and back mic. But I think the GoPro, with the media mod, it defaults to front or back. I don't think you can split it anymore. So complicated. But yeah, it also just adds another layer of latency, which I don't think is necessarily needed. But for whatever, I noticed that some of the live streams, the quality, when I'm streaming with the phone, the quality goes up and down pretty randomly. Like sometimes it'll look like 720, and like most of the time it looks like it's 480 or something. Hey, Stock, thank you so much, man.
Morning, stop.
Hey, did you guys stuck? I know Joe said he didn't get hit by the hurricane. Did you? I mean, or did Florida get missed altogether by that hurricane? I had a bunch of friends up in southern Rhode Island, that lost power. Like trees got knocked down, and there was just strong winds by the time it got up there. It wasn't even hurricane anymore. But yeah, they got pounded. Joe says, "Auntie, check Facebook. I found a pic of a blind banjo player." It's probably some Kentucky shit if it's coming from John. A banjo player.
My shy. That's from Kung Fu Hustle. I like that.
That's a good movie. Yeah, for the market video, Jib will be talking, I'll be eating. That'll be the upside of getting her mic'd up.
No, cannot eating outside.
Right in the side of the mask.
Yeah, you can do that, but cannot open the mask.
Do you remember early on, our friend Earth made a mask that had a hole in the middle for straws?
Straw for tea.
So you could drink bubble tea. Everyone's blowing up the comments saying hey to everyone. Fried chicken, fresh oil, great breakfast. Yeah. I think one of the things I'll say, I've noticed that the fried chicken lady that we have outside our 7-Eleven, if you walk by like right before lunch when she starts, her oil's like see-through. It's like transparent. You can see right through it. You walk by at dinner time, that oil is black. Like all day frying chicken.
Think about the batter is burned in that oil.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a lot of batter. And then she sells the little bits of batter she scoops off the top. Or she doesn't sell the bits. She just throws that in the bag if you want it. But she sells the skin, the crispy skin. Oh, nice. He's just shot in the DJI Pocket 2. I think that's the one that my neighbor has, the Pocket 2. I'll be in Nashville in a week. Oh, Nashville chicken, yeah. Yeah, a lot of good food in Nashville, actually. I remember when I was there 15 years ago. Very, very good food in Nashville. Like a lot of country music. Good and bad, but a lot of good food in general. Chicken was really good when I was there. Lucky critter. The squall line came through and took my power out for about 5 hours, but the hurricane itself wasn't close to me.
Okay.
Nice, that's good. Yeah, I know Florida gets hammered pretty bad when it does get hit. Up in the Northeast, they almost never get tropical storms that come through, so when it hits like the southern part of the state, like in Rhode Island, if it hits the south where they have coast, everything just gets knocked over. Actually, I remember one time when I was a technician in telecom, Huge winter storm came through, knocked down a bunch of lines, and we're out fixing the network. And this one kid sees a line on the ground. It looks like strand, which is a piece of the metal braid that holds everything up. He's like, oh, what is this, strand? It's thick. And he picks it up, and it's a power line. And lucky for him, it was the dead end of the power line, not the live end. He's like, he picks it up, and he's like, oh, shit, I should be dead. Throws it down. Dreaming about that chicken. Have a place here, but just not the same. Where do you get it when you're in Nashville, John? I'm trying to remember. I went to a place that had, it was right on, I stayed at the Union Station Hotel, which is the old train station. And literally it was a 5-minute walk from there to this chicken place that I ate there once, and I went back like 3 more times like the week I was there. It was that good. And like spicy but not crazy. It was nice. And then there was an old... there was a bar in Nashville, like right on the strip. It was a small little like independent bar. A lot of the places in that downtown Nashville area are sort of like House of Blues or like big franchises. And this was like a little independent one. I went in, there was a guy playing like acoustic guitar, singing country music, but it was this place that sold this commercial type of moonshine, which is essentially just unaged bourbon. And they were making drinks with it. And I think I got like a watermelon and then like an apple pie made with the apple pie is like a drink with apple and cinnamon, made with this moonshine, a peach cobbler, which is like peaches, cinnamon, nutmeg, in the shot. And then he's like, "Oh, you want to try a shot of it straight?" I was like, "Yeah, sure." He pours it. It's like crystal clear. I take this shot, and it's like drinking Laukow straight, right? Except it's stronger. It just burns everything. Like I feel it burning in my stomach. It's so strong. It's like. My eyes, I was crying, my eyes were watering. It's like it's so strong. Like that's the thing. It's like 80% alcohol or something.
So maybe you should use it to clean your wound.
You could definitely use it to disinfect stuff. It's probably medical grade disinfectant. But it's different than the time we were drinking Laukow up in the Hill Tribe, and they were pouring it in the they had it in the Sprite bottle, and like it was not very strong. It didn't taste strong, but it was powerful, you know. Whereas this was just like burns. So Stuck says he's in a rural area, loses power quite often during thunderstorms. You know what's weird? The other day we lost, like we didn't lose power. Jib and I went out, and when we came back, like the power was like fluctuating. I could hear the UPS like. Like every minute. I don't think that's happened too often.
Not too often, but it's happened in like raining season, I guess.
You know what? We lose power here almost never.
Yes.
Very rarely. Whereas I would say when I lived in Pathumthani, I lost power a lot.
This is capital.
Yeah, but it's like I would wake up in the middle of the night on like a perfectly calm evening with no power. And like my aircon had shut off, and I'm like sticking to my bed. You remember I had that like plastic foam mattress in Pathumthani. But yeah, it's just like a lot of people are like, oh, the power grid sucks in Bangkok, but it really doesn't. Like when we lose power, it fails over within a minute usually.
Sometimes it happens because like some car or truck hit the
pole
somewhere. Close to us or on the same line that type.
Yeah. But
this happened.
It fails. I think the longest we've lost power was like an hour.
When?
When we first moved here. I remember we lost power one time. And we ended up going out and we came back and it was still
maybe
out.
Some like a fire somewhere?
I think someone hit the pole, like seriously hit a pole that time. And the poles here are concrete, so like it's a lose-lose situation for the driver.
And they have to pay to fix it.
Not cheap with concrete poles. Not cheap ever, but with a concrete pole especially.
And sometimes, like, just squirrel. Like jump to like a
transformer.
The big cabinet, the green one. And just like stuck between something like there and like burn. With that, like lost electric also.
One time I was in Asok, and you know where they have the big transformer between the poles and everything comes down? So I literally saw a bird fly in between two cables and hit them and blow up. Just a pigeon. Right? And it just popped when it hit the two cables. But yeah, there was, the power situation, not bad here at all. But like I said, I have the UPS on the computer, so when the power goes out, I just get a beep. And then I'll know because the internet will drop out for a second. Oh, a lot of comments coming in. Oh, John likes Haiti bees. Oh, Chris says 0 good chicken in Oz by comparison.
Really?
Well, you'll be in Bangkok soon, Chris, and then you'll be eating that 7-Eleven.
Can walk to any random fried chicken spot and get a good one.
For sure, like especially like if they're in front of a 7-Eleven, because you know that's prime real estate, and you're not keeping that if you suck. Like that's the thing about street food, right? If you suck making street food, right, you're not going to be making street food for very long.
You may sell it once, and then customer never come back.
Yeah, especially fried chicken. Like the spots in front of 7-Eleven are super competitive, and so if you're not making the fried chicken good, you're gone. The neighborhood, the community is going to get you out of there. Oh, so John says he's going to bring us a bottle of Pappy Van Winkle. He wants to know if you'll try it. What the? I need a bum. That's the couch. Guys, this... Let's probably get the video taken down. I need a bum gun.
But the cat's so cute.
It's a couch. It's a
I know.
beige couch. That's a popular couch color in America, or at least it used to be.
I think it's easy to get dirty.
It's like a brown, so it's like...
Think about like ketchup.
Yeah. Well,
Pepsi.
don't be spilling ketchup on your couch. That's just a bad move in general.
It's like you eat French fry with ketchup and then just fall. Oh dear. Dear Joe.
Yeah, Jib will occasionally try some bourbon. If you brought Pappy, she would definitely try it. Jib says just now she'll have a glass on ice. Or if I make an old, but obviously with Pappy, you wouldn't make an old fashioned.
I would just smell it. Maybe mom will like it.
For sure. But Jib's mom does enjoy sipping a beverage every now and then.
So now she can drink more than one drink.
Because she doesn't have to worry about being inebriated when she goes home. Last time she came, we made, I ran the bourbon through some ground coffee and made coffee-flavored old fashions. And with a little bit of citrus, obviously bitters. But she really liked that one. I think she would have had a second one if she wasn't going home. She drank it quick. Oh, actually, one time we made Dark and Stormies once for her mom when we still had some black rum, and we made Dark and Stormies with some ginger beer. She really liked that too. I had some beef brisket in Nashville that I've ever eaten. Oh, the best beef brisket in Nashville that I've ever eaten was at a restaurant called Jack something in downtown. Ooh, that whole southern part of the country, that's brisket country. But I know my Texas friends will argue you can't get good brisket outside of Texas. Dana, Facebook, please. There we go. I don't know why. I know the face detection works no matter what, but what I tend to do is look at my phone and be like, thinking that's going to activate the face detection easier. Oh my. Look at the difference of their holes. Oh, that's dirty, Joe.
Joe! No.
Who's is that her daughter, Chelsea?
No, actress.
That's an actress?
Yes.
Hillary Clinton looks so creepy. Like she just has a creepy smile.
She's in Badass.
Oh, that's the girl from Badass? She's a lot older here.
Oh.
In Badass, she was like
young.
10, right? Yeah. That's a good movie. You listen to Thai psychedelic more lob music like Paradise Bangkok. A lot of traditional Thai instruments, but funky. Oh, honestly, Osito, I never have. I'm gonna check it out.
Malam is like some guy become famous musician.
Yeah.
And he went to like a Europe tour.
Uh-huh.
Like a Thai community there, and they invite him to go, and like the foreigners there like the song, like the style. หมอลำ for อีสาน
All right, I'm gonna check out. So Paradise Bangkok is the name of the band, I guess. I'll check that out for sure. That sounds kind of cool.
So normally when you listen to type of music, you kind of sip a beer or drink and you will dance.
Yeah. But this one you take LSD and dance?
No.
Eat mushrooms?
No.
We also are hangover. We know BKK power. Actually, Jim and I have been planning a video for the channel about hangover for forever. And lockdown has really hampered it. Right? We can't get the shots. We can't go to the places we need. So maybe in 2022 we can make that video, babe. 2023?
Maybe.
I saw Dr. Fauci said that he hopes to have COVID under control by spring 2022 if everyone keeps their shit together. I have to ask Jim, look at your Facebook. Did Joe send you something else? Oh, the moonshine.
This is John. Don't see from Joe yet.
Oh. So Chris says you only get ketchup on your couch if you're silly enough to put it on your pizza.
Huh?
You only get ketchup on the couch if you're silly enough to put it on your pizza.
No.
So if you guys saw the pizza that Jim had from we'll call it pizza in air quotes. I posted the photo. Jim got it from the shop next to the drink auntie. And Jim even said she wouldn't call it pizza. The bottom was like pure white, like it never been touched by heat. And instead of tomato sauce on the pizza, they put mayonnaise. And then, how was the cheese though? The cheese taste okay?
Okay.
Just okay? But the toppings look good. The bacon and the spinach. Mm-hmm. And then with that, they send packets of ketchup because there's no actual tomato sauce on the pizza. I mean, it looked like if you're just gonna if you were drunk or hungover and you wanted something to eat, this would probably do the trick. You wouldn't enjoy it, but it would be okay.
And it's cheap.
Yeah. Jib, ketchup goes on pizza, not a couch.
Okay.
Oh damn, Joe with 31,000 steps today, rocking it. I recently tried pizza that tasted like it used mayonnaise as a pizza sauce. This was doubly horrible because I despise mayonnaise. So, Cody, where'd you get that from, though? Like, was it just some local stop, or what was it? Like was it the type of the cart pizza place from the LiveStream, or did you order it from somewhere like via Papa John's UK on Jiffy, new hot dog? There should never be hot dog pizza. Cheeseburger pizza is acceptable. Hot dog pizza is not. Cody, where'd you get this pizza from? I'm curious to know because so I'm not disgusted by mayonnaise. I don't despise it, but I don't think it belongs on pizza at all. Like it's not something that should go on pizza. It'd be like if you put mayonnaise on sushi.
We do.
On salmon?
Yeah.
Like the straight salmon sashimi, you just slap it on? Okay. No, mayonnaise should not go on pizza, though. I don't know about sushi, but not pizza. You had a vegetarian pizza with mayonnaise? Oh, my God. No, why would you not use tomato sauce with all those vegetables? That sounds horrible. I mean, tomato sauce and vegetables just go well together. Cover it in cheese, you're good to go. Hard to mess a pizza up. Mayo on pizza is offensive and should be punishable by law. I agree. Everyone out there bitching about pineapple on pizza, you're bitching about the wrong thing. You should be bitching about mayo on pizza. If is the key word. I love the monkey from Hangover.
Monkey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't see that type of monkeys around Bangkok usually.
Not anymore.
No. When you were a kid, did you?
Some house has their own monkey.
Really? As a pet
Because,
or as
like-
like wild?
Pet. Like because house along the canal that you might see it on Saturday.
Yeah.
Like it's like very green.
Yeah.
Monkey become like family member, and they like kind of take care of it.
Oh, okay. You gotta get those Hoi Hin monkeys that have gang wars over a piece of food.
Yeah, like but in Bangkok all time they have like a one in a house, so it's not gangs grouping up with any other monkey.
No, you only see that like on those beach areas. Remember that video where they just swarm the intersection? So Cody says it was called I Am Pizza in Hoi Hin. Okay, so we all know a pizza place not to go to. Mayo on the pizza does not end up on the top 5, guys. Does not. There's some crazy pizza, but damn, the Koreans with their crazy recipes frowned up. Yeah, I saw a kimchi pizza once online someone made. And it looked like a legit pizza, but it was like just kimchi covered in cheese, no tomato sauce.
It's already kimchi.
Yeah, but
Tomato sauce not gonna like you're gonna taste it.
just like the melted cheese on the kimchi seemed weird.
It's just weird.
Yeah. I love kimchi, but not covered in cheese. Yeah, right, you would think that. I'll tell you, one of the places a lot of people comment on the pizza video that we should have put in there was Gallery, which I agree, Gallery is good, but it probably just fell outside that top 5 for us. If we do a second one, we'll probably definitely add Gallery back in there because I love their pizza with the hot honey. They have like a spicy honey they put on the pizza.
Huh.
Makes it sweet and spicy. Guys, do us a favor. If you have not shared the pizza video, share that one for us. If you're going to share any video. Because I think that video could do well over time. It still gets some decent views. It still gets a couple views a day. But if you share it, it helps the channel, helps get like that video out there. You know, if you're going to share any of our videos, that would be a good one to do so. We'd appreciate it.
Lots of pizza.
Who doesn't love pizza?
But every day cannot.
Do not eat mayonnaise off a couch. Yeah, I still haven't had pizza since we filmed that. Jib did because she had to have that little one, but we don't count that as pizza. But yeah, I'm on a pizza hiatus for a little bit after filming 5 days in a row of quite a bit of pizza. It was so wrong, dude. I was sorry. Yeah, the place they should have good pizza with that name, but obviously not. I'll tell you what, that place Peace Love Pizza in Tonglaw that we put number 3 on the list, their pizza's really good. Like legit pizza. Mayo on pizza is a felony. Ketchup on a hot dog should be life without parole. What if it's ketchup and mustard, Osito? Can you get away with it then? Like if you got both of them? But I agree. Mustard is hands down the better compliment on a hot dog. That tanginess to it. However, the other day, Malto, the company that we get ice cream from and sorbet from, I saw that they had vanilla mustard ice cream.
Yeah.
I don't know about that. Like that seems offensive to me on the multiple levels. They got some weird flavors right now. Mustard, yellow
mustard.
Frank's yellow mustard, or French's yellow mustard with vanilla ice cream.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not gonna try it.
No, right? Like I don't. Who thought that was appealing? Have you guys also seen the video? I don't know if you have TikTok, but a while ago there were people putting mustard on watermelon on TikTok. Like so, they get a chunk of Tangmo, squirt mustard all over it, and eat it.
Okay.
Oh, show Chris your coffee cup today. So Chris, Jib is she's rocking the Vegemite jar, 500 ml Vegemite jar for morning coffee. She tried to sneak her cup out of the kitchen into the teacup. Not happening. Agreed. I loathe ketchup and mayo and yellow mustard. Imagine yellow mustard with vanilla ice cream. Ah. Thai sriracha. So you like Thai sriracha over the American sriracha, Cody? Because personally, I'm a fan of the American sriracha more than the Thai. only because the Thai version is so sweet to me after like eating the American style for so long. But I do love sriracha. I had a fantastic burger in Hoi Hin though. Burger Murderer. That's the name of the place, Burger Murderer.
Sounds scary.
Yeah. Do you guys know the YouTube channel Esquire in Asia, with the guy, the Australian guy Esquire and his girlfriend Tita, and his girlfriend's got a very robust bottom, and they put a video up. They took it down, but their thumbnail, it was a vegan burger. It said, "Are these the best buns in Thailand?" And it was basically a picture of her butt next to the burger. I thought it was a fantastically funny, tongue-in-cheek thumbnail, but for some reason they took the video down. But yeah, I thought it was hilarious. The best buns in Thailand. I like yellow mustard for certain things and only have ketchup in my fridge for making barbecue sauce. I'll tell you, ketchup and French fries, probably one of the best combinations ever. I was weirded out my first time seeing ice cream on a hamburger bun. In Thailand, they put it in the hot dog bun.
Oh, yeah. Normally, it's like a coconut ice cream.
Coconut ice cream on the hot dog bun. I have to get it without the condensed milk, obviously, but ketchup mustard only if you're 8 years old or younger, or Sonora style bacon wrapped Mexican hot dog, as it has everything on it. Bacon wrapped hot dog. Oh, that sounds intriguing. Cream cheese on a hot dog, Seattle style. I never heard of that. Hard to argue with cream cheese, though. It's a pretty good topping on anything. You can make a cake from it. You can put it on bagels, put salmon on top of it. What's surprisingly good is peanut butter and bacon sandwiches. I don't think that's a surprise. Peanut butter's awesome. Bacon's awesome. Put them together. 100% Thai with the hot. I don't know if I've ever had a hot version of Thai sriracha. Is there like a pet mock version?
Maybe they have. Because
the
we don't
one-
get it, the sauce.
Yeah, the one in the grocery store is not spicy at all. I'm going to have to try to find that, Cody. Can you post a photo in the Discord of what the bottle looks like? I'll go out and try to get it. Funny enough, I like yellow mustard with my French fries. Not really yellow mustard with the French fries. Huh. Now, I like the brown mustard. Brown mustard, I think, is fantastic. I like that more than yellow for sure. You know, for vegan cheese, though, a lot of times you use yellow mustard to add flavor. True English mustard will rip your nostrils out. Love it on anything. Hot dogs. Happy the Vegemite is coming in handy. British mustard or English mustard is not bad, but I just remember this one time Jim and I were actually at a breakfast. You remember at what's it called? The Royal Oak? The bar. We met David and that dude Chris for breakfast. Or maybe it was lunch. And it was like a Sunday at the British place. We met David from Driver. And that scumbag dude Chris from Burma.
Oh.
And this
Is
dude,
it lunch?
yeah, it might have been lunch. And this dude Chris is like he's an addict, he's an alcoholic, opioid addict. Will basically use anything under the sun. And I was gonna put mustard on whatever I was eating that day. And he grabs the jar, and with the same knife he's like cutting his food with and shoving it into his mouth, he starts dipping his knife into the mustard and just smearing it all over his food. And then like stuffing food in his mouth and eating like he's never had food before. And then want some mustard? I was like, I'm gonna pass. It's just like a disgusting experience overall. But I do like if mustard has not been violated by the guy at the same table as me, I do enjoy the English mustard. Best combination ever: hot buttery popcorn with raisinettes. Yes. What is that? Oh, me and the monkey from Hangover. Let me see this. Who's this from, Joe or John?
John.
Me and the monkey from Hangover. Oh, God. And he's got a lab coat on. That was actually, I think that photo was from the university where I was doing my PhD.
This is in front of Sanyan Midtown.
Oh, I thought that was Tamasat.
You see new glasses?
Oh, yeah. So it must be Samyat. I'll post it Tuesday. I'm taking a mini vacation and heading to Jomtien right now. Thai cell service, FTW. So living in Hoi Hin on vacation, taking a mini vacation on top of your vacation to Jomtien. Nice. What are your plans for Jomtien? Anything exciting? I think, having friends who knows how to use Photoshop. That's good. That was a quick one. You cut that one in quick. I like that you gave him a lab coat. That was hilarious. It's so much going on with everything, and it's just good to do the live stream and kind of talk to you guys. And I was talking to John about this the other night about channel and content, because my buddy Josh is always on me about only put these certain types of content and make it more niche, and the channel will grow more. And for Jim and I, we like having the YouTube channel because it's a creative outlet for ourselves. Jib already has her knit channel, which she will relaunch when she finishes her final embroidery piece, assuming her teacher stops adding additional layers to add. But that's very strict content. It's about, and we can still be creative within that space, but it's only knit and crochet and maybe some other craft stuff. So it's very niche in its topics. And for us, I don't need 100,000 or 1 million subscribers. I want this great community that we've built up here with all of you guys. And I want to be able to make content about, life in Bangkok, about design, and about other stuff, but actually, just put it out there and be able to engage with our core group of people. And that's what we really like. And so if the content's all over the place, we're making videos about, walking in Bangkok when everything's open, or bike rides through the city and what we do on lockdown, Thai funerals, all those things are going to be part of the experience on the channel. And I'm much happier to have 6,000 subscribers with people who are really engaged like you guys, as opposed to 100K. Not to say that I wouldn't love 100K. If I ever get there, that's great. But, the goal is more about making unique content than growing the channel to be massive for any other reason.
So maybe it's a content about what we see as is interesting.
Yeah.
And would like to show you guys it might be a very nice building or nice cafe, nice place, that type.
And it'll always have, I think our content on this channel will always have a design element to it, from whether it's a DIY video or I'm planning a video now on, I bought a used cast iron dish from a Japanese secondhand shop a year ago, maybe 2 years ago. And I never restored it, so I was planning on doing a restoration on that. But the design of cast iron is so interesting. I thought it's a good topic to talk about. I've got 2 other video essays kind of planned. But, again, it's just about, I appreciate the community that we have here. And, the support you guys gave Jib this morning when we were talking about, the funeral. I love that level of engagement. So, screw,
so you
all
will
the...
see, Thai funeral?
This
the
Friday.
simple one.
Friday will be that video, so you guys will see. Yeah, and I'm editing. I'll show Jim the first draft.
You'll find it very calm. It's kind of held the way that monk pray.
Yeah.
So normally for the normal situation, the funeral will start in the evening. It might be 7, and then we would serve the food, snack or quick dinner for the guests. But as this situation, no eating.
Yeah.
So it's quick and easy.
Also, Cody's taking a vacation from sunset so he can see sunrises. Also, Osito found us through Patty's channel. Oh, the video. Yeah, so we sent him. So if you don't know, Patty messed up his original camera. He was shooting on a Panasonic.
Oh.
And he
sad.
couldn't. He was down in. I don't even think he was in Hatyai yet. He was really far south. And we were talking, and he was like, he needed another video. He needed another camera. And I told him, like, I have the Sony ZV-1. I was like, it's a great camera, works fantastic, a lot of good features for just, basic shooting. And, check it out. And it fits in your pocket.
It's like in the box that you deliver to the post.
And so, like, he asked me if I would get one for him in Bangkok and ship it down there, along with a few other things. And then he mailed some stuff to my house, which was weird because, like, a lot of times it would just packages would come, and I get a lot of packages too. So I would open it and be like, I didn't order this. What is this? And I realized it would say like next level on his on the label. So like when it was shipped to like my name, Next Level Adventures with my address, and so like I put all that stuff aside and we shipped it to him that day. But yeah, actually I got like another thing. So he bought a drone from someone, and he needed a piece, and he sent it here. And I think he was going to order some other stuff, and then I was going to send all that. But I think I'll wait until after he's done with his quote-unquote fight before I ask him what he wants me to do with it. I'm pulling for Patty in that fight. I don't know if he'll win, but we'll see. Oh, he said, no, I thought it was a video... train station on his way down. Oh yeah. When I gave him the helmet, I had a helmet that was too small for my head that I got refunded on, but they didn't give me a shipping label to return it, so I just had a helmet that didn't fit me, and it would fit him, so I gave that to him. But it's funny, he thought me and Mike were a couple.
Huh?
Thought me and Mike were a bear couple.
พี่ไม้อะนะ
Check her. Surprised to see me with Auntie. So just to be clear, though, if that were the case with me and Mike, I would be top for sure. I'm the big spoon, he's the little spoon. Absolutely.
I think Mike not small.
No, but bear couple. Like, I'm bigger than Mike, though.
Mike
Oddly
is
enough,
tall.
Mike's taller than me. But when we sit down, because my torso is so long and he's more evenly proportioned, I look taller than Mike. But I gave him the helmet on that trip because Patty had bought like some like 700 baht like open face helmet, and I was like, like Patty, statistically 83% of impacts happen on the face with a motorcycle, so like that's the part you want to cover. Plus, you're a good looking dude. That's your moneymaker, right? Like people are watching your videos because you're an attractive guy and you got personality. Don't take away 50% of the equation. So I gave him this modular helmet that flips up. I had bought it for myself, like I said, but it didn't fit. And when I processed the return online, because it came from China, they were like, here's your money back, keep the helmet. Which is honestly not uncommon to happen when you get stuff shipped from China, where they're like, yeah, don't return it. But I've never had something that expensive. I think it was like an 8,000 baht helmet. I've never had something that expensive not want it returned before, but still give me a full refund. How better you?
พร้อมเจ้า
Old photo of me with my
How
magnifiers.
can you find this photo? It's long.
These guys are going deep.
Yeah.
The content all over the place is what makes it. Life through your eyes. Yeah, thank you, Chris. That's why I appreciate you guys, man. I love the way you guys come at it. Oh, you guys know if there is a Sony store that sells their phones? I really want to. Yeah, in Bangkok there is. In Emporium. Hangover.
Emporium or Emporium?
Oh, that's a good question.
Where you get cameras, Emporium.
Emporium. Hangover 3. Jim and I with the Bucky and Stu. I was going to say Auntie knows best. Yeah, that's good. Send me that one. We'll use that. We'll post that on the community tab. Who's that from, John or Joe?
From from John.
John, I'll post that on the community tab. Yeah, so Cody, yes, in Quartier or Emporium? In Quartier. In Quartier, there's a Sony store. They have the phones there.
I know you get it from Importier because you went to meet Eric there.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, it's kind of, the Sony store's a little hard to find. And Quartier is tough to navigate as a mall. I don't know why they built it like this. Now that
like different separate tower.
Yeah, I've gotten lost in Quartier, and my friend had to come and find me. And yeah, it was a tough situation. Emporium's a little easier to get around.
Yeah.
But yeah, so then Cody says, I really appreciate the advice on getting a helmet before coming to Thailand. Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's hard to get a good helmet here, and they're expensive. And it depends. I have a really round head, so I always need to get like the full oval or semi-oval helmet, and which is very hard to get here as well. So right now I just have like an iffy helmet. So I just wear that because I'm only riding the scooter around the neighborhood to basically keep the motor running until we register it. Until I can find a double XL helmet. Usually I get LS2 because that's like a good cut, but it's been tough to find a 3XL or a 2XL LS2 right now. Not a lot of stock coming into Thailand. Unless I want to get like a showy for like 60,000 baht. It's not going to happen. And I'm not spending $2,000 on a helmet, especially one that's not modular. Two places that sell online, but not sure. Yeah, Losmall is probably your best bet for online if you're going to buy high-end electronics, but I would go to the store and just see it. Patty's a good-looking dude. Yeah, relatively. I mean, he's not ugly. Right? I mean, he's not a Channing Tatum or a Jason Momoa, but he's also not a Steve Buscemi. So we're not getting a tag match between you, Patty, and No. Yeah, I put that offer out there that I would fight the two of them at the same time, and they both promptly rejected my offer. And I mean, I'd probably best. Even Jim was like, "Yeah, that's fine. You'll probably win that easy, no big deal." And I wanted to fight two smaller guys like a year ago, who they're professional 2-on-1 fighters, and they're both like 55 kilos at most. And Jim was like, "No, too dangerous." And they're undefeated. The two guys are undefeated. And you were like, "No, don't do it." And then, but I was like, "Oh, if I fight Patty and No," you're like, "Yeah, no problem." But again, it's a different mindset, right? Like John knows, if you're a fighter, you're a fighter. What is that? That is weird. That's funny. Dana looking for help. Yeah, probably. Yeah, that is. Let me see. That's my head size for sure. Yeah, 100%. So, but John knows, like, if you're a fighter, you're a fighter. It's a mindset of like, you just gotta bang, you gotta get it done. Whereas, sometimes people who are not fighters and think they can be, don't put on the best show. But I think Cardi.
What year was that?
I had hair once. Oh God, this is gonna be.
Joe, how far did you go on his Facebook?
I had hair once upon a time. This photo's me with Hoist Gracie, actually. I know the photo that's from. That was 2000. That was the Grappling Hall of Fame induction ceremony in 2004 or 2005.
Is this real hair?
Yeah. My hair. You can see I'm already going bald. Like I was already losing my hair. I was in my 20s.
Huh.
Hey, Soy Mafia, what's going on? GTA Bus 8. Had to GTA Bus 8. Oh, I love Bus 8. Bus 8 is... actually, the one time I took Bus 8, I think they were like really calm because I had a camera. So Jim was like, oh, it's not usually this nice. I'm like, what do you mean this nice? I'm so stressed.
No. Normally they drive like crazy.
Yeah. Bear plus bear equals Bangkok Strange. Yeah. Oh, but yeah, back to the so yeah, I thought it would be fun and I would do a charity match with them as well if they wanted to do 2 versus 1, but it would have to be the other thing is it would have to be 4-ounce gloves, and it would have to be FMD rules, right? So
and too dangerous for them.
yeah, so FMD rules, if you guys don't know, they're the unified rules in MMA is what the UFC uses. You know, no knees to the head on the ground, no soccer kicks, no 12 to 6 elbows. Then there were Pride rules, which allowed soccer kicks, knees to the head, but no elbows at all. Because in Pride, they didn't want people to get cut up as bad. They want them to fight longer. FMD rules essentially allows everything. You can stomp an opponent, knees to the head on the ground, soccer kicks, elbows, 12 to 6 elbows, axe kick to the head. It doesn't on the ground. It doesn't matter. Everything's allowed. And, you know, FMD was probably the greatest MMA promotion in Asia when it was in existence. I think it may be defunct for Fight Circus, which now does the 2-on-1 fights with FMD rules. But if I was going to fight 2-on-1, right, to even the playing field because there's 2 other people. Is that rain? No. It would need to be It would need to be FMD rules, and it would need to be 4-ounce gloves, open palm. So like 4-ounce MMA gloves with FMD rules.
I think they didn't train for that.
But I mean, that's the only way to really, one, to make it interesting. 2-on-1 boxing is kind of boring. Or I would do bare knuckle too. I would do bare knuckle.
I thought you just say face is the patty or
Moneymaker.
yeah. And now you want to destroy that?
No, I'm just saying like what I would like. I would go bare knuckle 4-ounce, or I would probably do 7-ounce MMA gloves if they want to do amateur MMA with the high impact foam. But yeah, I mean it'd have to be a rule set that was applicable. I do love that Osito thought me and Mike were a bear couple living in Bangkok.
Oh.
That's kind of funny. I like that, Osito. Why not? You know, if the role fits. Actually, I made a joke once about OnlyFans on Twitter that I was going to, before OnlyFans decided to ban porn, I made a joke that I was going to open an OnlyFans account. And someone thought they were going to be funny. They're like, oh, maybe get a 6-pack first, Dana. I was like, oh, no. I know my audience, my friend. Bear porn is a thing. And if I'm doing OnlyFans, that's who I'm attracting. And everyone, I get a lot of laughs, but I get a lot of people asking me for the link as well. I'm trying to figure out how to get one over with me. Need a big helmet for my pumpkin. Yeah, just throw it on your bring it as your carry-on, John. Me and Beetlejuice. Yeah, bring it as your carry-on. Just throw it, put it in the helmet bag that it comes with and throw it up in the compartment. That's the easiest way to do it. I got a Shoei Noki 2, was pricey, but not 60K bought. Yeah, well, you bought it in the U.S., right? So, you know, the price of them here is... the price of them here is through the roof. Some of them are like up to 60K.
Just a helmet?
Yeah, I mean, they're the limited ones, but... I mean, they're nice helmets. The Shoei's what makes the Shoei so nice is the airflow. But the LS2 has pretty good airflow as well. Just someone parked in the middle of the soy.
Maybe officers?
I was able to fit in the box in my luggage and padded it with clothes. Oh, nice. You fit the helmet with the box in your luggage. Wow.
Huh?
I would have just thrown it in the helmet bag and brought it as
like
a carry-on.
a very big luggage then?
Yeah, must have, I think he moved here, so.
Oh, yeah.
I think the even on the domestic flights, my friend flew his up to Chiang Mai with him. So he just threw it in the overhead. I haven't started losing hair, but dad bald and my mom's brother's bald. If it happens, it happens. That's what I think. Like, it's funny because, like, a few people have, like, tried to roast me on being bald. And, like, I clearly don't care that I'm bald. It doesn't bother me. Like, you're never going to see me out there trying to get hair plugs to fill in my extensive landscaping up top. You know, I'm okay with the desert landscape, nice and barren. But yeah, it happened. I mean, it's genetic. I can't do anything about it. And I remember when I was like 35, maybe 33. I was I had like maybe 10% more hair than I have now. Maybe 20%. How much hair have I lost since we've been dating?
Maybe from here.
Okay, yeah, so maybe 20% more than I have now. And someone's like, oh, they're doing great things with hair plugs and stem cell and all these injections.
That's how you do Babylon. I don't know, difficult to tell.
Jib calls when I let my hair grow, and it just, because my hair is curly, it just grows out. She calls it Babylon 5 hairstyle. Was he Centauri ambassador? But so someone was like, oh, you can get the hair plugs and they look so natural. And anyone who tells you hair plugs look natural is lying, right? Hair plugs look anything but natural. And I mean, like, granted, you could take my body hair and transplant it to the top of my head, and I'd have less body hair, and that'd be great. But then I'd have all these weird curly hairs coming out of my head. Look. I mean, at the end of the day, like you said, Osito, if it happens, it happens. Like, nothing I can do about it. Only thing I have to do, when I'm out in the sun, I have to make sure I put my bandana or my hat on, because I'll get sunburn otherwise, because the sun is so strong here. So, like, whatever. It is what it is. It's hair.
You have to comb it from the back to front.
Yeah. I grew it really long. When lockdown first started, I just let my hair grow to the point where I had to keep it in like a little bun in the back of my head, which is not a good look.
You tried to make a Steven Seagal style?
Yeah, which Jib will agree with me. It is not a good look when you're half bald to have a ponytail, because it accentuates all the worst parts about being bald by stretching your hair on top over the thinning areas. It's not. I caught a look of it one day in an elevator in the mirror on the ceiling, and I was like, all right, no, I'm cutting it tonight. It's gonna go. But as a joke, I combed it all forward and over to the front of my head, and I was like, hey, how's this look, babe? She's like, leave. Just go back upstairs and fix that before you come down here. Let's see. I watch old Pride videos all the time, especially Hicks and Gracie's fight. Yeah, the old Pride. The joke in the MMA community is, Pride never die. Such a great organization. I but came into the sport watching those fights. Absolutely legendary fights. Questionable how many were fixed and how many were not, or worked, but amazing fights nonetheless. And like we've met Ensign Inoue. He's hung out with us. He fought in Pride, and I interviewed him on my Asian MMA podcast, which has been on hiatus for like over a year now. But like Ensign, for a dude who's a legend in the sport, who's fought in like all the big organizations in Pride, the UFC, and to have like just be such a cool, down to earth dude, awesome. Unfortunately, apparently very few of the actual Japanese stars.
Tattoo.
Tattoo. Was that a wave?
Sheep eating glass.
Oh, sheep eating. But you can see the hair is going away from the sheep. That's a cool head tattoo.
I have it here.
I've seen another one of a guy with a lawnmower. But yeah, unfortunately, a lot of the Japanese fighters don't speak English. Else I would have loved to interview some of those legends. Run out. Yeah, just do the carry-on, John. Wear it and tell them it's COVID protection. That's a good one. So wear the motorcycle helmet and say it's COVID protection.
Too much.
Cody says, I couldn't take mine as a carry-on because I was traveling with too many batteries, and the new Asus laptop and Synology NAS has NAS, so the helmet was deemed. Gotcha. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, if you're bringing all your electronics, those need to be your carry-on for sure. Being bald can't bother you when you're with a woman out of your league. Just kidding. You guys make a nice couple. No, but it's true though. Jib is out of my league. I'm lucky. Fortunate guy. But yeah, I like again, bald is bald. I mean, if you let it bother you, people are gonna know you're insecure about it. Like, it just doesn't matter to me. It's hair. I have it or I don't. I've got it everywhere else on my body, so I'm not worried about not having it on my head. I'll be honest. I'm gonna have my back and my butt crack.
What
arms,
if you
legs.
lost your beard?
Now, if I lost my beard, that would be tragic. It'd be tragic. I wouldn't
Like if it starts falling.
I wouldn't go as far as to get like beard follicle transplant, but you know I couldn't keep it as long if it starts to go bald. Then you just have to keep it short and trimmed and you know let it be okay. So miss Pride. UFC is getting like WWE owning everything. Yeah, you know, Pride, it was a different time, man. It was great. You know, Ryzen is kind of like the reincarnation of Pride. But you know, it's not 100% what Pride was. Pride just had a mystique about it. You know, the whole Yakuza thing and like all of that was just fantastic. Try to get a sponsor like Manscaped makes the ball shavers, right?
Huh?
They make Manscaped is a men's grooming company. They make shavers for your balls. I think they call it the lawnmower.
Huh. Then, do you need like special tool to do that?
No, you don't. But it's their whole company thing, Manscaped. Hey, Mike, man, what's going on, dude? So you missed it, Mike. Earlier, people were joking about when they saw us on Patty's video. They thought you and I were a bear couple. And I said, you know, make no mistake about it. If that were the case, I'm the big spoon, Mike's the little spoon. That's the only way that goes down. Speaking of bald guys with women out of their league, right? Right? Come on now. Luckily, Mike's finally got her back. Super glue beard trimmings to your dome. Obviously, the beard hair is quite different than my head hair. Even though my head hair is curly. You know, that'd be hilarious, though, to just glue hair up like patches. You know how uneven it would be? That'd be hilarious.
You want to borrow some of my hair?
Jim's straight black hair on my brown. Yeah, I always thought it was funny. I worked with these two boomer guys, like the classic sort of out of touch boomer, right? Not like the cool boomers, but like these two kind of out of touch boomer guys who were like obsessed with the way they looked, and they both would dye their hair. They had and neither of them had like super gray. Like they both had like spotty grayness, which I think looks good. Like like Jim has gray. She always complains, but she has very little. The problem is that her hair is jet black, so of course it's gonna show. Actually, I think your mom's hair looks great with her gray.
When she retired, you just don't dye it anymore. Just let it.
She's
gray.
like what? Probably 60% gray.
Maybe more.
Well, I mean, I think it looks fantastic. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful gray black.
So I'll
combo.
try to convince her when she get like 100% gray. I will convince her to get purple or pink on.
Oh, that'd be cool.
So she doesn't have to bleach
Cool granny.
the hair.
Cool granny. But I just thought always thought it was funny because these guys they both had the same hair color as me, essentially, like this kind of medium brown, and they would both dye their hair jet black, like, and thought it looked natural. Like they were like, I'd be like, oh, you got your hair dyed. Like I'd see him in the office, and be like, oh, you got your hair dyed. I'm like, no, what are you talking about? Like, dude, you were literally like 50% gray yesterday, and now your hair is jet black. I'm like, no, I don't dye my hair.
Maybe that's why they don't like you.
And probably because for other reasons we clash. But I'm like, dude, like, why are you gonna deny it? You literally had like half your head was gray yesterday, and you came in today with jet black hair. You're gonna tell me you don't dye your hair? Come on, it's not even your natural hair color. You're like, no, I don't dye it. And then it would, like, 2 days later, it'd be like the little gray roots would start to pop out. I always thought it was funny that they would deny it and be like, no, this is my natural hair. This is how I look. What is this? What is that? A guy got a scar? Dana's high school pic. Epic comb over. In high school, that is an epic comb over, though. In high school, I had really full head of hair, really long, like down past my shoulders hair. But yeah, I always thought it was funny these guys would deny dyeing their hair. I'm just like, oh, your dye job looks good, and like, no. No, I don't dye my hair. Like, so weird to me. Just be comfortable with who you are, accept it, and just roll with it. Roll with it. Yeah, Steven Seagal it, bud. yeah, Steven Seagal. Have you ever heard the story about, I forget, it might have been, it was the movie he was in with, I think, DMX. And Tom Arnold said he walked off of a boat, walked out the wrong door and fell into the water, and all the black dye from his hair floated to the top of the water. And everyone laughed at him. He's like, "Don't laugh at me." Steven Seagal is such a tool. Even like when I was a kid, like his movies, other than Under Siege, which was a good movie because it had some budget to it, but other than that, I mean, he never really made any good movies. I never got them. I was always more of a Jean-Claude guy, a Dolph Lundgren guy. Obviously Sly, Arnold. Like, those were the real action heroes. Steven Seagal was like a Z-level action hero back in the day. Like, did you guys ever have his movies here? Did anyone ever like them?
Can't remember. Like that time when you go to the video store.
Yeah. I remember. Oh, so do you remember John's daughter? Not the singer, the actress. So remember he had two daughters. One was
Singer,
and one was an actress.
oh, I thought it was same.
Well, maybe it was the same, but he had two daughters.
I think the youngest is like she's still in high school. Is it?
Yeah. So one our friend John, his daughter won the first season of The Voice.
Thailand Got Talent.
Thailand's Got Talent as a singer, opera singer, and either her or her sister was also an actress, and that's how we met them because they were in a TV show with our friend David, Underworld season 2 on HBO Asia, which was filmed in Jakarta, I think, and then they filmed some of it in Bangkok. But we ended up becoming close with them because our families would spend Christmas together, and just kind of like a cool vibe and like just all cool people. And now they're in the U.S. She was touring with an off-Broadway show.
She's in this Netflix series.
Is she really?
Yeah.
On American series or Thai?
American.
Really? Which one?
I forget the name, but it's on Netflix.
Oh, we'll have to check it out. But she was offered a role in a movie, and I don't even think she was out of high school yet. And she was 17, I remember, and she was supposed to be Steven Seagal's love interest in this movie. And her dad was like, "Yeah, that's just not happening. We'll say no to that movie." And Steven Seagal was all upset. She's like, "I don't understand why you would turn down this great opportunity." She might have been even 16 because I think she was 17 when I met her, and this was a story that had happened. Like he was basically working as her manager at the time because her dad had a background in media. He owned a huge multimedia company in Asia, and so he was kind of like semi-retired, so he was like managing her early on in her career. What's the name of the show? Coming this Friday. He's All That. Wow, very cool. Oh, she's very attractive, huh? Looks a lot different than she did at 17. And it looks the same, but like grown up,
Of course.
Yeah. But yeah, so it was just kind of funny when her dad was like, "Yeah, no, we're gonna pass on that script. I don't think my daughter needs to be the love interest of a over-the-hill 70-year-old fake action star in a movie." And I guess Steven Seagal was all like offended by that. But most people wouldn't want that role, regardless of where their career is at. Yeah, Steven Seagal, a useless tool. Giuliani runoff gets guys how their hair. Yeah, the Giuliani situation. What was that? Four Seasons landscaping where the hair dye was running down his face. That's even worse. It's like, what do they? They must spray that on, or like he puts in the dye and doesn't wash it out. Oh my God! Did you see the Jackie Chan interview where asked about Van Damme, he laughed, then Seagal, and he sat up stone faced and said, "Oh, he's for real." Van Damme has been. I watched a little bit of that new Van Damme movie on Netflix. Not so good.
Oh, that movie?
Yeah.
The new one?
Did you watch it?
Not yet.
I watched about 10 minutes. I was like, I'm good with this.
But it has a split scene.
Oh, well,
Leg split.
I've seen, like, he can still legit, like, I saw a video on, I think, TikTok of him just doing it out somewhere. So I was like, hey, do the splits. And he was like, psh, did it.
He keep doing it for, like, how many years?
Forever. I mean, like, so he can apparently just do it, like, out. And, you know, good for him. I mean, I thought Van Damme was, like, the perfect martial arts action star for America. Like, he had a good body, like, good choreography. He moved. His movement was really good. He wasn't a very good actor. And I think that added to the quality, like, the cult status of his movies. Whereas Jackie Chan... Like, when I remember the first time I saw a Jackie Chan movie was, I think I saw Drunken Master, like, years before I saw Rumble in the Bronx, but I didn't really remember it. But I saw Rumble in the Bronx for the first time, and it blew me away. Just the crazy stuff that Jackie Chan was doing. Damon's last fight. Not quite that bad. You know, so I saw, you know, Rumble in the Bronx, and that, like, blew me away, and I was a Jackie Chan fan from that moment forward. It's called the Giuliani runoff, guys who dye their hair, so don't do that. Yeah. Yeah, I thought it was hilarious that these guys would deny the fact that they dyed their hair when they clearly were, like, literally gray the day before. I'm like, hey, it looks good. Oh, you dyed your hair. And they're like, no, I don't dye my hair. That's ridiculous. Ridiculous that you think it was, that you think that it's not true. That was a joke. I prefer Old Shaw Brothers. Oh, the Old Shaw Brothers are really good stuff. It's classic. I would watch any Old Shaw Brothers movie any day of the week. But again, it's on a different level than American martial arts action films, right? Whereas Shaw Brothers movies have these epic stories, and, like, the stunt choreography was out of this world, and everyone did their own stunts. And crazy, like, okay, I want you to imagine being a director on a Shaw Brothers movie and be like, okay, you're gonna have a fight on this rooftop. He's gonna throw you off the roof. You're going to fall through this dumpling cart. Then I want you to get up and fight these two guys. And then you're going to jump over this horse and carriage and fight these two other guys and catch this plate of food. And we're going to do it in one shot. So, you know, just keep it going. I mean, imagine, like, and then the actor's like, okay, sounds good. And, like, the stuff they were doing was crazy. And those movies were amazing. One, like, these Chinese sort of, like, historic, a lot of the Shaw Brothers movies and classic kung fu movies in general, or Chinese martial arts movies, are made about, like, historic Chinese characters. Like, probably 50% of Chinese martial arts movies are about Wong Fei Hong in some way. Or how do you say
Wong Fei Hong?
Don't you guys call Fei something in Chinese?
Wong Fei Hong.
So, like, the whole Once Upon a Time in China trilogy, all about Wong Fei Hong. Iron Monkey 1 and 2 is about the father of Wong Fei Hong, but it's really about the kid Wong Fei Hong. You know, and, you know, probably, like I said, like, Drunken Master about Wong Fei Hong. Like, half the movies that came out there in that era about him. And then all these other historic figures in martial arts and Chinese history. So they have these epic stories to build on, which is great. But the level of action, they're like, yeah, just jump off that, do this, right? Catch this plate of food flying through the air.
No sling.
Yeah. Yeah, no strings, no slings. Just go. Actually, I heard, well, something like, remember when they were doing, there was a time in Chinese cinema where that kind of high-fly wire kung fu was really popular? And so I heard a story. I don't know how true this is. That Tony Jaa had seen these movies where they were like running on across buildings and jumping over stuff without wires, or with wires, and he thought they were doing it without wires because he thought they never used that in China. So that's why he started learning how to jump over stuff and jump off of stuff, because he thought that's what they did. And you see, if you've ever seen a Tony Jaa, Unbox's a good example. Like that's the one most Americans know. But there's actually a lot of really good Thai action movies. There's one with a one-shot fight scene in this tall building, and he goes up like 3 stories, and no wires. He's jumping over stuff, on stuff. People are falling through things, and it's one of the most amazing fight one-shots you'll ever see. And I'm actually upset Tony Jaa never became more popular in America, because the level of movie he could have elevated like action films to would have been amazing.
Did you see something like Monster with Mila Jovovich?
Yes. And Tony Jaa was in Fast and Furious 8
Is that?
for like 2 seconds.
Oh.
Like I would like Expendables. Like why couldn't Tony Jaa be in the Expendables?
Oh
you
yeah,
know?
right.
Like, how good would that have been?
Yeah.
Even the movie was already amazing because everyone was in it. Except I don't know why they had to put Kelsey Grammer, but Tony Jaa would have like half a notch higher. You have to see Project A2 if you like Jackie Chan. Yeah, it's a great movie, Project A2. Phenomenal. When mine started going, I'm shaving it all off. Yeah, no, when it goes, man. You know, only way to do it.
Bruce Willis.
Yeah, go Bruce Willis style. Stephen Chow movies kill me. My first Jackie Chan movie was Big Brawl, a.k.a. Battle Creek Brawl, 1980. Ooh, it's a good one. Then Black Belt Theater came out on TV, and I've seen all of his older Chinese movies. Yeah, like I said, I think the first one I ever saw was Drunken Master or Drunken Master 2. And then, but, like, and I thought it was great, but it didn't, like, captivate me the way Rumble in the Bronx did with all, like the Western-style stunt work, but that he was just doing without wires or anything. And I remember he broke, I saw a behind-the-scenes thing about Rumble in the Bronx where he broke his leg jumping from one building to another and going down a level, landing on the fire escape, breaks his leg, has to have a cast put on. Then he puts a sock over the cast to look like a shoe. And then he still does the stunt where he jumps off the hovercraft and gets pulled behind it with the cast on. Such a wild guy. Tony Jaa was a reincarnation of the incredible choreography in Shaw Brothers and early Jackie. Yeah, for sure. Even like I think Umbach definitely was the first movie I ever saw with Tony Jaa. It was the first one to be popular.
That time is like
in America,
like very popular here too, because we don't have like a big action star anymore.
Yeah,
we kind of like go like a comedy, kind of romantic drama,
horror.
that type. Yeah, horror.
Again, if I've talked about this in other videos, but if you guys are into horror movies or suspense, thriller, no one does it better than Thailand. The Promise, one of the most suspenseful movies, like horror movies you'll ever see. And then Countdown with our friend David, like probably the best thriller ever that I've seen. Thais do, even bad Thai horror movies are on another level. And PMOC, the one that we did with we went to the temple in Prakanong to visit it. That movie is hilarious. It's like a comedy horror movie. It's on the same level as Scream as far as comedy horror. And so good. And the story, the way they do the sets and the story, it's so funny. On the other end of the scale, what's your thoughts on Curse of the Golden Flower? Curse of the Golden Flower, not bad.
What is that?
It's let me pull it up here.
Maybe I know it, but not English name.
Yeah.
Oh, Gong Li.
Yeah.
I think I didn't watch it.
I thought it was epic.
It's like a J show and that.
Who?
A guy. นี่ไง J show.
Okay, how you call it? Oh, J
J
Cho.
show.
Yeah.
กงลี่อ่ะ
What year is this from?
Oh.
06. I thought it was good. Also, I'm a big fan of like Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, House of the Flying Daggers.
Yeah, I like.
I liked all of those. One movie that I think a lot of people sleep on is the Man with the Iron Fist, which was a RZA production. The rapper RZA he's a rapper from Wu-Tang Clan, and he made a martial arts film. He's a huge martial arts. He's actually a huge Shaw Brothers fan, and he made a movie where he starred in it. I think he might have directed it, but he also did the soundtrack, and it had Lucy Liu, Dave Bautista, and who's the guy from Gladiator?
Russell Crowe.
Russell Crowe. We're all in this movie.
Okay.
And it was, to me, amazing. I thought it was fantastical and fun and so good. And a lot of people hated it. They panned it. I thought Man with the Iron Fist was out of this world great. Oh, John's trying to start some shit. It says Jackie Chan's no Tom Cruise. Tom Cruise is a great action star.
They're different.
Yeah. Tom Cruise is a great action star, but he's no martial artist. Here you go, best martial arts movie. All right, I'll check this out. Oh, can I open that? Oh. Not like that, I can't. All right, let me clear that. Sorry, guys. I clicked Joe's link and it booted me out of the chat. Just 719 long. I just did Shudder, my first Thai horror. Shudder's a good one. Hateful Hermit, what's up? Shudder's a good Thai horror. Check out The Promise if you want to catch another one. And Countdown. Countdown's not really horror, more thriller, but so good. And Countdown's nice because it's like half in English, half in Thai. And if you can get it so it's if your Thai is okay, you don't even really need to read subtitles for most of it. Like the Thai is not complicated for Countdown, but the energy, the pacing, it's so frantic. And it's hilarious at parts. So good. Definitely check out. That's what I was on. Definitely check out Countdown. Check out The Promise. But yeah, Shudder was really good as well. They remade Shudder for the U.S. audience.
Yeah, I think Hollywood bought the
rights.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would love to see. No, I think Tony Jaa is actually not a bad actor in Thai. So like, I wouldn't mind. Like he's not David, right? But he's not like he's a Stallone, an old Rambo level Stallone actor. So I wouldn't mind to see him do a lot more stuff. Love Japanese horror. Audition, one of my all-time faves. Yeah, Japanese films can be really good, really weird too. Battle Royale, one of my all-time favorite Japanese movies.
Sometimes I don't understand like their culture. It's like, what is that? Like, why have to like act like that? But like, I remember I watched a Japanese movie. It's like the feel-good movie. It's not her. I watched it at Scala. It's about like the tea ceremony. So like two girls like went to the house that teach tea ceremony, so become a better woman.
Oh, I think you talked to me about this movie. Yeah, I didn't see it, but I remember you telling me about.
Yeah, it's like, oh my god, so beautiful. I cry a bit in that.
That was when they were showing all the international award movies.
I'm not sure.
Because it's when they showed Parasite too.
Maybe.
Yeah. I don't know. I am still a big John Carpenter The Thing fan or
The Thing. I remember that.
First Alien movie, phenomenal.
I like that.
Oh, I love the memes. Remember when the first Wonder Woman came out and people were like, oh, we've never seen a woman this badass on screen before? And people made this meme with like Sigourney Weaver
Yes.
and Linda Hamilton.
Yes,
And, like,
that's two. Like
oh,
my,
really?
That's two of my like favorite
Yeah.
women.
Well-
They are my like idol.
Ripley from Alien. I mean, come on. I would argue she's probably the most badass woman in cinema history.
Yeah, and like the mother from Terminator.
Yeah. Yeah, Sarah Connor.
That's what I want to be.
Also, check out, if you want a comedy horror movie, a little bit slower pacing, PMOC for sure. Definitely. And that one's on Thai Netflix right now, PMOC. Or it was at least a couple weeks ago. And I think PMOC's hilarious, but would you agree the pacing's a bit slow?
Not really.
I thought it was a bit slow, especially at
Which
first.
part? It's like just like so you get a background.
Yeah, the war. So it starts out with.
So like the scene that they're talking about, like all friends talk about, like when Pima going back home in a boat.
No, before that, on the at the wartime. So they're in the trenches.
Mm-hmm.
Is that a UTR era?
Is that?
But so
not
it's
sure.
I think it's pre this era, because Bangkok wasn't the capital,
Maybe.
and like Bangkok was like rural.
Yeah. Okay. Then Ayutthaya.
But so the pacing's a bit slow, especially at the beginning of PMOC. But the movie itself is hilarious, especially when they get back to Prakanong. And it's funny, like, to see how rural they depict what is essentially the middle of Bangkok. Does Thailand have a NASA type program? Yes and no. It probably run under DTI,
อะไรอ่ะ
Defense Technology Institute.
I think
But I don't think it's for like space flight. I think
No.
it's for satellites.
yeah.
And I believe the Thai Air Force has an astronaut training program, if I'm not mistaken. But it's essentially in conjunction with the U.S. I rewatched Crouching Tiger just to drool over Zhang's. Yeah, right? No doubt. And that's when she was like peak, like her. There's one of her movies, one of her early movies is on Thai Netflix right now, Asito, called So Close. It's
จาง
like
ซื่อยี่เหรอ
Zhang Zizi.
จางซื่อยี่
Ziyi.
จางซื่อยี่
She,
So she's in the Godzilla, the new one
yeah.
too.
She looks different now. She's obviously like 20 years older than when she made Crouching
Of
Tiger, Hidden Dragon.
course,
But-
with 2 kids.
Yeah. Did she marry like a Chinese billionaire?
I think he's a director.
I thought she married like a business guy. Oh
I
no,
think
that's
she dated with like business guy before, but she married with like.
I'm thinking of Michelle Yeoh. Married like billionaire. But Michelle Yeoh, I mean, I still drool over Michelle Yeoh. She's gorgeous at like 60.
Yes.
She's still a badass. But yeah, Crouching Tiger. Yeah, but if you have VPN to the U.S. To Thailand and watch So Close on Netflix. It's one of before Crouching Tiger. This was like Zhang. How you call it?
Zhang Ziyi.
Ziyi. It was probably one of her bigger movies. It was like a trio. It's kind of like a Chinese
If
Charlie's
you can
Angels.
find a movie, Heroes,
Yeah, Hero's a good one
watch
too.
that one.
Yeah.
I think it's not on Thai Netflix.
No.
I searched for it. No.
But So Close is right now. Really good. Good. It's like a Chinese Charlie's Angels. It's fun. What was the spelling for the Thai comedy horror? PMOC. P-E-E.
P Mark ไหม
And
Because he
MK.
said himself as a Mark, as his
Oh,
dad
Mark.
is like a missionary or something.
Yeah,
That's so
Mark.
funny, because he's a half Thai, half
Dutch,
I don't know.
Maybe.
I don't know. It's like half white, half Thai. So in the story, he said, "Oh, he has like a white dad. That's why he's like look like this." And Actually, P Mark is like Thai word, but he said, "Oh, my dad called me Mark."
Yeah.
Like Mark. It's like so funny to have like that dialect.
It's funny because the actual story is about the woman. We call Menak.
แม่นาคจ้ะ
Menak Prakanong. But the story is told from Pimak, the guy's perspective. So there's probably like 5 or 6 horror movies in Thailand based on this story. Some older. What?
ใช่จอห์น
Pimak, yeah, that's it. Thailand doesn't have, yeah. So you're right. Their space program is more focused around satellite development. So I was a moderator once at a military technology conference for Thailand and Japan up in Chiang Mai, and so I got to see a lot of what they were working on. A lot of it was satellites and orbit defense. It's bath time. What the? Okay. So yeah, they were working on a lot of orbital defense and satellite stuff, but I believe they do have astronaut training stuck. But again, I think it takes place with the U.S. Air Force, and Thailand does a lot of cross training with the U.S. My buddy, who used to be a Thai Air Force officer, actually got one of his master's degrees from the U.S. Naval Academy. Not Naval Academy, U.S. Navy Postgraduate School in Monterey. And it turns out we were in Monterey at the same time. I was at DLI. He was at Navy postgrad. And then he got his second one in Australia, the Air Force Academy. Air Force postgraduate. Have you seen the Korean show, The Sound of Your Heart, the one with Lee Kwang-soo? I have not. But I think the last Korean show we watched was Kingdom.
Yes.
Which is this.
That's like the
2
third
seasons.
season is not on.
Oh, is it?
Yes, but I didn't watch it because I would like to listen like a original soundtrack. Then that means I have to read subtitle. But
Yeah.
my eyes always on my work, so I cannot watch it.
Yeah, the Kingdom is the first 2 seasons of Kingdom have been amazing. If you like zombie stuff and you like ancient,
Yeah.
like Asian, like epics, it's really good, really well done. And it's like they know it's like a little cheesy, so they play to that a little bit. But they also know like the storyline can be a little serious and a little fun at the same time. So good. PMOC means ghost or lot
It's a
of
name.
ghosts or
No, it's a name. P is like brother.
yeah.
Or like can be sister. So it's like you call P to the person who older than you.
So yeah, it's supposed to be. So they joke in the movie. I don't know if this is accurate, but the guy's name is supposed to be Mark.
It's a joke in the movie.
Yeah,
So like because the leading actor,
yeah, he's half.
half.
Clearly half.
So he's not not like me. He's like you can tell he's half. So that's why he tell the story as he is a half kid. That's why his name is Mark. But when Thai call him, they call him Mark. Mark is a Thai word. Mark is like many.
Yeah, Mark is a lot. Like if you order very spicy,
Pet Mark. Like that.
Apparently,
so
you
same
can also
word.
say pet.
Pet Mark.
You say pet Mark, but I hear some people say pet.
Can
Yeah.
it's like there are many words that you can speak.
To me, it seems more natural to say pet Mark or gang Mark.
We say Mark, not Mark.
Mark.
We don't k.
Sorry, yeah, there's no hard K sound.
Yes,
in
we
Thai.
don't have.
So difficult language. Yeah, Cody. Yeah, Kingdom is out of this world.
I like.
The end of the last season was like, oh my god, really? It's everything about that show is like so good.
Yeah.
Also, you need to see the movie Kingdom Ashen of the North too. Oh, Ashen of the North. Okay, is that on Netflix, Cody? Spelling also like Pisao.
พี่สาว is sister.
Uh,
So พี่ชาย is a brother. So if you just call P, can be like brother or sister. Older. I mean older.
yes, yeah. P is like P me is like what Jib calls me, like older bear, big brother bear. So I changed my Facebook name and I Google translated it. It came out wrong. So instead of Brother Bear, is Brother of Bear. Okay, yeah, it's on Netflix. Okay, Kingdom of Ashin of the North. Okay, I'm gonna check that out. Is it Korean, Cody? Ashin, it sounds Japanese, I guess. Hey, Dave, what's up, man? Gotta love Thailand. Missed you there. What zipped right past you? I saw the latest house build, man. Your house is coming along great. Looks. I think I showed you the blue. They painted this house blue. Really nice blue with metal roof.
I kind of lost a week.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Like,
I'll show you.
didn't do anything.
Looks fantastic. His house. Once you have the wall up, it looks like the land is a lot smaller than I thought it was, which is nice because that means less snakes.
Oh, I don't like snake.
Yeah. Well, I think about like out in where they're at in Surin and all that land. If they had all that land, that'd be snake heaven. Right?
So if you have to wear a boot when you go out the house? Huh.
Yeah, I really like the way the P Bear. Yeah, I like the way that the house is coming along. I love that color. That blue is fantastic. It's like a dark blue gray type of color, and then the metal roof looks so good with the wall around it. It's gonna be tight when it's done. Very modern looking. And he's gonna have vents in his exhaust fan in his bathroom, which is cute.
We have fan.
Yeah, they're gonna put the exhaust fan. Like
No, I mean like a fan.
Oh, like real fan in the bathroom? Why would you need a? I don't know. Maybe you
It's
will.
sweat.
That's the aircon in the bathroom. Nice and cold every time you touch the toilet. Yeah, I love like the modern look of it. It'll be cool when it's done. But yeah, the build process has been kind of like, it's funny because the last couple of videos were like not a lot of finish, and then all of a sudden it's like almost done. I think your brother's house was kind of the same. Like it went from like the frame to like the outside finish in like a week.
I think like the foundation and the structure is take long time to build. And when they finish that, the rest is kind of quick.
Yeah. It's definitely nice. Nice color. Everything about it. What's that one? Aliens.
Hi.
All right. With that, guys, I think we're going to wrap up for today. I want to thank all you guys for hanging out with us. And thank you for all the warm thoughts for Jib and her family. We appreciate all of that.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah. I got to hit clear. So, thank you so much. Appreciate it. And again, there won't be a live stream on Saturday. We'll be on the river tour with Jib's mom. And but we'll do a film about like the design of the city and
you will see some idea when we go along the canal.
Yeah, I've been researching like some of the early canal like designs and like how they made the old klongs. They built it from like, oh, we need to get to this neighborhood now because people move there, and so they dig a new klong. So it's kind of interesting. I think it'll be fun to see some of that, but also see how the communities are built up on the
but
klong.
that day I think we're not gonna like really like get off the boat.
No, I don't need to get off. We'll just go by.
Yeah, and enjoy the moment.
Yeah, be out in the water, be out seeing around. But again, thank you guys for rocking with us today. We appreciate it. Osito, Joe, Chris, guys, thank you for the coffees and the super chats.
Thank you.
And hopefully we'll check the morning market later this week, and then we'll hopefully night market Friday. All right, guys, thank you very, very much. Until next time, keep taking action and make your ideas reality.